Hey everyone, this is Emanuel here, your certified body code practitioner, also certified group energy facilitator and regression hypnotherapist. I am looking forward to share with you just some common body code sessions you can do, whether you're a practitioner yourself or you are a client, or maybe this is the first time you're looking into emotion code, body code work. For those of you who are brand new and have no idea what body code is, it was created by Dr. Bradley Nelson. I did make a video of it called Emotion Code 15 Minutes. If you go on YouTube, I clearly explain how we trap these emotions in our body. In my perspective and in my experience in 9 years, 80% of the physical symptoms you're dealing with, emotional symptoms, relationship, even abundance of things have really had to do with our emotional baggage. And being able to use muscle testing, this is my little version of Han Solo here, muscle testing and magnets, even doing this long distance work has been so amazing for our clients here at Compass Healing. But again, if maybe you're not my client, maybe you're someone who would just like to learn some tips for yourself on how to release weight using energy medicine, you've come to the right place. So let's get started. I made a list of things. It's in my notebook here. And I'm going to go from 0 to 11. I want to be kind of unorthodox here. Usually, you do 10 tips, but technically I'm doing 12. Okay, so the first thing is safety to lose weight. Okay, you want to write this down. If you're taking notes, safety to lose weight is very, very key. One of the things that I was taught was that sometimes when you do a couple of energy sessions using emotion code, body code, sometimes I'll see that maybe by the third session, there's not much changes in regards to weight. And so what's beautiful is I want you guys to know about this word that I personally love. It's called retroactive. And what's retroactive is when you do a safety session. What I mean by that is that, let's say I'm already 3 sessions in and nothing is moving, right? There is either, in that point, either an inner child issue. But typically when there's an inner child issue, you'll notice either there's no results in the sessions or there's actually adverse reaction to the session. For example, let's say I'm working on somebody that has hives, and let's say it gets worse. Typically, that means there's an inner child. Now, this is 1 out of 1,000 that happens to my clients. It's very rare. But if someone has a very, very traumatic childhood, which some people are coming to my mind, again, like beyond traumatic, beyond lifetime, it's very scary what they've been through, then sometimes they have adverse reactions and you have to connect with the inner child. But for the most civilians, 98% of them, people, we're talking about a lot of them do not feel safe to heal, or in this case, safety to release weight or safety to lose weight. You can even muscle test yourself. If you're someone who uses the ring and ring method, do I feel safe to lose weight? And it says no, then that's something your practitioner can work with you. And they'll go through the whole body code system to find out, what energies are preventing you from losing weight. Now, here are 2 instances to kind of give you some ideas why you would not feel safe. Number 1 is the trauma of trying to improve your situation. I'll say it again, trauma to improve your situation of losing weight. So let's say here's a couple of examples. Despair anchor. You might have a despair anchor of there's no use trying. Okay, that's a despair anchor. Or my body doesn't heal, or whatever. There's just different, in the body code, it just talks about there's these negative statements and you're looking for it to be true. Like nothing, a good classic one is nothing ever works. Okay, so then when you actually try to go out there and try some nutrition, or you're working out, or you're seeing a specialist and losing weight, nothing is working, no matter what you do, because your body is looking for it. It's almost like a self-fulfilled prophecy. So again, do you feel safe to lose weight? Do you feel safe to release weight? If it says no, that is a future body code session, either that you do yourself, or you have someone else hire you, or I can help you out, or go back to your practitioner. So that's the first thing, is that it's kind of a foundational session. Sometimes I like to go there first. I don't like to wait 1 or 2 sessions where it doesn't budge. And a good metaphor to think of this one is picture like a pipe, and you've done the session. There's water in the pipe. So some clients might say, hey, did we just waste 2 or 3 sessions? And the answer is no, you didn't. you just there's water in the pipe that you've worked on. There's more water in the pipe, more water. It's like now the pressure's pretty high on that pipe, but there's like sort of like a block or a dam, if you will, in the pipe, and that is the safety part. If you release, all of a sudden, goosh, all of a sudden it starts going down the pipe, heavy force, and it starts working for you. And technically, this is kind of cool. When you do safety, it retroactively goes back to beyond the sessions of just the water that came from the body code metaphorically, but also the acupuncture sessions you did, or now the supplements that you're using all of a sudden start working, is because we did that foundational session. So that's number 0. Number 1 is you could have lots of cords. If you're a nurse, for example, if you notice, not to be, my mother was a doctor and I respect the medical industry, but if you're a nurse or you're a caretaker of some way, if you notice there is a tendency to gain weight. And one of the reasons why is because, or like, for example, the reason why I use a nurse, or if you're some sort of psychologist or you're someone who helps a lot of people. For example, you might be someone who's in charge of a huge team in direct sales. One of the things is that you're cording to a lot of people. People are depending on you, and you create these cords, picture like little vacuums that go in between you and that person, right? Now, the problem is that if you have any speed bumps with these people, these cords can move to your gut area. And now you have a gut-to-gut cord. There's a big problem with that. Why? Because all the emotional baggage comes from, a lot of it comes from the stomach or the gut area. And they're being transferred through the cord to you. So these trapped emotions that irritate tissues are going into your body. Now you're affecting your adipose, and we got some problems here. Now we have multiple trapped emotions in your body that are technically not yours. They're absorbed through cords from people that depend on you. So it's very, very clear. You can ask, do I have any cords that are affecting my weight issues or causing me to have stress? Because what is the number one reason for gaining weight? It's usually excess cortisol. The number one reason is excess cortisol. Why? You are in a constant fight or flight. But what if it's not your constant fight or flight? It's someone else's, that they're not handling their emotions well and you're corded to them. So you can check for cords. Are there any cords that are affecting me that are not allowing me? Do I have any gut-to-gut cords? That's one question to ask. The second question to ask is, do I have any cords in general that are not allowing me to release weight? And if he says yes, you can say, is it with a male or a female? It's a female. Okay. When did I make this cord? Let's say I'm 42 years old, 40, 30, 20. I'm just kind of making this up. 30, 20, 10, 11, 12 years old. Okay. With some other male. Is it my dad? No. Is it a friend at school? Oh, there we go. I haven't talked to this friend in forever, but him and I didn't get along too well around 12. And then all of a sudden we kind of broke off. I could still be corded to him. And that's causing me problems. And these trapped emotions are irritating my tissues. Number 2, spiritual to physical disconnections. So, for example, the small intestine. Let's use even a better one. Gallbladder. Gallbladder, if it's not working properly, we all know that that's the one that sends the bile to eliminate fat. That's a very important one. If you want to maintain your toned body, is your gallbladder needs to work. And I feel bad for those of you who had surgery on your gallbladder. They call that the relationship organ. If you've dealt with a narcissistic relationship, it seems like the gallbladder tends to go. And there's a reason for it. If you look at all the emotions the gallbladder produces, like unworthiness, and there's all these different things, overwhelmed, longing, there's just certain emotions, you're feeling that as an empath or whatever, the gallbladder goes. The sad part is now what is sending out that bile? Nothing. And so the fat increases. And there's probably Facebook support groups on people who don't have gallbladders, and now they're having issues. So they say take ox bile, right, to help you with that. But in regards to the, let's say you do have your gallbladder, but there's a spiritual physical disconnection, or is a thyroid. Spiritual physical disconnection, what does that mean? It means the spiritual version of that organ or gland is sticking out of the physical, okay? And so just, new concept to you is that all of our organs and glands have a spiritual version within the physical, okay? Spiritual heart, spiritual liver, physical liver. And if it's kind of squeaking out the spiritual version of it, let's say this is the spiritual, this is the physical, it's kind of like, let's say like 45% of it sticking out, 47% sticking out, that organ or gland starts having issues and starts malfunctioning. So the gallbladder doesn't do what it's supposed to do. And there you go. You start acquiring weight. Or if it's the thyroid, or people who have hypo or hyperthyroidism, different things, hormonal imbalances start happening, right? So that's one. Number two, check if you have a spiritual, physical disconnection in any of your organs or glands. A good one that's probably not good for losing weight or gaining weight is the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland also, you tend to gain weight. You have weight issues with the pituitary gland, which is in the brain. Okay, you could have a spiritual, physical disconnection of the pituitary gland. Another thing that's an issue is pathogens. Okay, now 80% of people. Okay, so you go into a room, there's 10 people, 8 of them have parasites. This is just kind of statistics show, right? But there's also statistics on people who have fungal pathogens, prions, which are mutated proteins, bacteria. So there's all these different type of pathogens you may be dealing with. Now, a body code practitioner can muscle test this to say, hey, you have this pathogen, you have this pathogen. But here's where it gets tricky though. Some of you guys, me included, may have energetic pathogens. They're not physical. They're not really there physically, but they're there energy-wise. And they kind of cause the same havoc that a physical pathogen does, okay? And you won't be able to find these on any type of blood work, whatever, the energy ones. Some of them are absorbed from your partner. Let's say like you have a partner, they have parasites, you know, you're making love to them. You receive physical parasites, you can, but even the energy of parasites you can. And that's called absorbed spiritual pathogens or energetic pathogens. They're not. You just have the energy of them, right? It's so interesting. Someone can have, for example, fungal infection, but it's just the energy of it. But they have skin rash and they have cravings for starch and sugar, and they're like, I don't know why I didn't find anything. There's nothing coming out. They just need to release the energy of the fungal pathogen to start noticing positive symptoms with their weight. Okay. Emotional sabotage. This kind of goes back to safety. You could have, for example, a photo in your mind, like an image of you with lots of weight, and that could cause an issue because your body is trying to always fit you in that photo, okay? So there could be other emotional energies outside of do you feel safe losing weight. I forgot to mention a second reason why you don't feel safe to lose weight. For those of you who are like, I know some of you guys are so analytical. You're like, wait, he forgot to mention the second reason. Yeah, so one of the reasons is because of the trauma that you're going through in regards to trying to lose weight, or release weight. The second one is your body is recalling what you attracted in your life when you had the set weight that you're looking for. For example, maybe you attracted your husband or your partner, husband or the wife, you attracted a partner because of the weight that you're at. You were very attractive and you look great. But then you attracted something that gave you 10 years of trauma. Your body says, I'm trying to keep this weight on you so you don't attract someone that has created emotional havoc in my body. So people don't feel safe to lose weight because the subconscious is a computer. It'll just compute things. Oh, look at the set weight that you have. It'll just do 1 + 1 = 2. And look at the person you attracted. Okay, we're not doing that. My job is to keep you safe. Another thing I want to bring up is there's certain things that you can place on your body, okay? For example, you can, there's something that I came across, a very famous film director that I came across, him and I became good friends. There's a very natural stem cell activation, very natural, very affordable. One of the key products is called X39, if you want to write that down. And I'm a big fan of stem cell activation. I think it's the future in regards to healing the body. And basically it assists with body regeneration, body recovery. There's even certain patches that can assist with appetite management, also weight loss. And it's very, very groundbreaking. Again, I don't want to go too into like, hey, let's talk about stem cells. But for those of you who are interested in weight loss or, again, appetite management, body regeneration, body recovery, those obviously would assist you to get even faster results than just working with a body code practitioner. To even rewind before the pathogen issue, I sometimes recommend people to go to an herbalist to actually do a physical detox on the pathogens. Same thing with this, like if there's a way that you can do body recovery, appetite management, weight loss, if there's something you can put on your body, like on your skin, and that for, it's on your body for 8 hours, 12 hours, that would be very productive for you too. If you are someone who's into wellness and into quickly getting results in your body, life hacks or body hacks, then I will put a link down below. If this is on YouTube only, I won't put it on Facebook, but on YouTube only, if you look at the link below, there'll be one where if you want to get more information about the X39, which does cause, again, stem cell activation. It's all natural. If you do that combined with a body code practitioner, that would be very, very powerful. Okay. So, that's stem cell stuff. This is something that's conscious, not subconscious, right? Number 6, physical to physical. I'm going to make this quick. 2 different things that are not communicating. A great example would be like the ileocecal valve, which is kind of like the doorway from the small intestine to the colon. And let's say the colon, right? Let's say you're always bloated all the time. You have problems processing metabolic waste, let's just say. That could be because the ileocecal valve is not communicating with the colon. They're talking to each other back and forth, back and forth. Every part of your body is communicating through. It's very highly intelligent. And it's kind of cool to know that you can tamper with it and be like, oh, there's a physical to physical disconnection, and you can ask your body. You can say, do I have a physical to physical disconnection in my body that's causing me to not release weight? And if it says yes, you can say, is it between like an organ and another organ? No. Is it between an organ and a gland? Oh, look, it says yes. Okay, which organ, which gland? So it's easier to go use the body code system and say, where is this physical disconnection issue? For example, it could be a disc, like let's say like the T3 bone, whatever, some spinal bone that's connected to another, let's say like a ligament, and let's say a bone, or a disc and a spinal bone, let's say. They're not talking, but they actually are connected to the small intestine or the stomach, so it's not digesting the food that you're taking. Then that could be causing issues with you releasing weight. And they have to communicate at 100%. Then all of a sudden now you're not having those gut issues, and then you're able to process food better. So those are called the physical to physical disconnections. Okay, we're gonna go really quickly now. The next one is idea intolerances. Okay, idea intolerances, something that makes you very stressed out. A specific idea that makes you stressed out. There's a list of like I think 60 to 80 different intolerances. So imagine like let's say there's a time in your day where you feel lack of control. There is an idea intolerance with lack of control. All of a sudden, boom, something is out of control. Your body goes beyond stressful. It's not just you being chased by a bear. It's like you being chased by dozens of bears. And this excess cortisol that's going through your body is now not allowing all your organs to function properly, aka you may be gaining some weight, right? So to remove idea intolerances is very powerful. You can say, are there any idea intolerances that are causing me to that are not allowing me to release weight? You said yes. So maybe there's some specific ones that really make you stressed out. You want to get rid of those. Okay. 8, there's a thing called the fat wall. I don't want to go too into this, but you can clearly just muscle test. Do I have a fat wall? And if it says yes, it's almost like releasing a heart wall, but it's just a fat wall. And just say, do I have one? Yes. Okay. Just release this fat wall. Is there another fat wall there? There is. Okay, just release another one. And it's just these energetic walls that come due to the fact that maybe you've had some obesity issues in the past. Okay, number 9, sleep imbalances. You could have issues with sleep. Sleep is when you recover, and a lot of people that I work with don't have good sleep. They have insomnia. They get out of bed multiple times, aka bladder issue. And because of that, they kind of mess with their diurnal cycle. They mess with the ability to heal properly. Every single organ, let's say 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., 6 a.m. to certain times of the day, your body is sort of like rejuvenating in the organ and glands. If you're interrupting it a lot or you're sleeping too late, you're not allowing your body to recycle itself. And then you start having obesity issues. So there's that. So sleep is very important. You can ask, is sleep causing me to sleep imbalance is causing me to not be able to release weight? Muscle test that. Another thing, the 6 systems of water. So for example, if you check lifestyle on the bottom right of the body code, it says lifestyle. You'll see that water intake or water consumption is in there. And you could have issues with that. For example, water deficiency, water quality, water utilization, water absorption, electrolyte utilization, electrolyte deficiency. So you may be consuming the right water. Let's say your trainer is telling you, hey, make sure you drink lots of water, make sure you drink lots of water. But what if you're not consuming the electrolyte version of it, or your body's not utilizing it correctly? You have to find out where it is. For example, a good common one is the small intestine. If the small intestine is not doing good, there's imbalances there. There's a high likelihood that you're not receiving all the nutrients, because if the small intestine is a key factor in absorbing nutrients in the body. Okay, so there's that. And the last thing I want to share with you, number 11, there might be a 12. 11 is the Heal platform. You want to write this down: www.haveempathyandlove.com. And my wife and I, we created this holistic platform, and we do these weekly healings. Guess what we're doing this week? We are doing a releasing sabotaging symptoms. Like, for example, like maybe you have a cravings night, you have craving issues, or you eat too much sugar, or there's certain habits that are also causing you to not fully release weight. But on top of that, there might be other imbalances. So I'm doing a 7-day healing starting from Sunday to Saturday. It's 8 hours using my group certification. I work with around 40 to 50 people. If you're unfamiliar where to start with your releasing weight, a good place to start is to go into these rooms that I've created, these little energetic rooms, where for the price of $99, which is the price of almost like one session or an email session or whatever, for 7 days you get a healing, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And every single day I'm activating something new. One day it'll be detox of pathogens. Another day it'll be spiritual physical disconnections with organs and glands. And if you come as a group to heal together, you go through some really deep processes to be able to release that weight. So we're doing it right now. If you're like, hey, I'm interested in that, I will also put a link down there. It's not too late. Now, you might get this video on Wednesday, or you might get this video on Thursday. Here's the good news, is that with the group certification that I have, it actually has a retroactive effect. So it'll be like you've been there since Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday, and you will still get the same healing. While everyone else is asleep and pausing on the healing, you're still getting the healing all overnight. And then let's say Saturday comes, you're still getting a healing on Sunday and Monday. It's catching up with you on a day pace. So let's say you start on Wednesday, it's probably going to go till Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for you, not for everyone else, because you've arrived late, but it still wants to take you on that day-by-day journey. So again, do I know how that works? No, but I learned that from my teacher, my mentor, and she told me that that's what you could do. So even if you arrive late, don't worry, you'll still get like the full 7 days, and you'll still see amazing results. So if you're interested in that, I will put also a link down there as well. And the last thing, I want to put a little, since we're almost to 25 minutes here, another thing that's very, very powerful is my wife has, and this is more frequency side, she has a frequency device called the AO scan. So one of the things you can do is you can send frequencies to your body that will assist you with releasing weight. There's one called perfect weight, and you can put on these dots, these programmable dots, and put it on your body that lasts for about 3 days, okay? Generally 2 or 3 days. And you're sending frequencies to your body to do the perfect weight of your body, like a healthy, perfect weight. So I have a lot of clients who they use that dot and they leave it right there. And then there's going to be people who do the 7 days healing coming up. They might purchase these dots. They might use X39, the stem cell activations, and you'll probably be amazed at what could happen to you in a month, because you're combining both. You're applying stuff that may be very useful for your body, but you're also energetically healing too. You could do maybe 1 session a week body code, or you could do a 7-day healing. On top of that, use these little tools that we have. Again, the Cephi dot, this little dot that you can program using the AO scan machine of the perfect weight, and assisting with releasing weight. And then also using the X39, as mentioned before, which is very, very cutting edge. Like it's the most cutting edge stuff you can have right now. So again, let me just kind of review real fast what I went through. Safety to lose weight, okay? Cords, spiritual to physical disconnections, right? The spirit leaving the small intestine of the physical. Pathogens, whether they're physical or energetic. And like I said, if you have a real good body code practitioner, they won't just leave you with physical pathogens and say, hey, you have an issue. They'll say you need to go to an herbalist and confirm that you have this pathogen, and then detox it as a normal person. Also, emotional sabotage, sort of a resist. There might be energies inside of you that are kind of resisting you to lose weight. For example, that image is what I gave you last time. Number 5 is X39. If you're like, hey, listen, that's stem cell activation, appetite control, body regeneration, body recovery. If you're kind of someone who's really into wellness, maybe you have a lot of clients who want to lose weight, I would look into that, the X39. That one, there's a link below. And if you use my name on there, Emanuel Zevallos, if you use that in there, you'll get a discount. You'll get the price of the wholesale. I don't want you guys to pay the full retail. You'll get the wholesale price for putting my name as a referral to that link. So just make sure you do that. Also, if we keep going, physical to physical, 2 things we're not talking, idea intolerances. If you think of an idea and it makes you stressed out, there goes the excess cortisol, right? The next one is the next one is the fat wall. You can remove these fat walls. Ask if you have one. Go ahead and release it. Also, sleep imbalances. Are there any imbalances that are preventing you from having high quality sleep for your body to recover? It's technically the most powerful thing you can do to heal yourself is to have quality sleep. Then the 6 systems of water. Maybe you're a trainer. Hey, drink lots of water. You're just like, yeah, I'm losing weight. It's like, no, you're not, because you're not utilizing it. You have electrolyte deficiency. You have water absorption issues. There's like 6 different things in the body code that may be blocking you from actually benefiting from water. The last 2 things is join heal. If you're like, hey, I want to do that group healing, $99 for 7 days, great deal. Then there's a link below where you can join us. And lastly, you can talk to my wife. You can email her at healwithjess@gmail.com, healwithjess@gmail.com. And I would just email her, just say, hey, something about these Cepheid dots, or what is this AOScan machine that can send you frequencies to release weight and things like that. She can answer that question for you, and she would love to help you out. So with that, hopefully you gained a lot from this. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you gain lots of value from this, please subscribe to this channel. Put the little bell on so that way you get notified, because I will be doing live healings very soon, and I'm going to choose anybody at random. You want to make sure you get notified right away. So make sure you do that little bell symbol there. And make sure you also join Heal at haveempathyandlove.com. Again, if you want to get a free, 52 healings a week. Again, I'll say it again, 52 healings a week on Sunday. You and your whole entire family, all you have to do is join Heal. It's free to join. It's haveempathyandlove.com. And I'll see you there. And I'm looking forward to make more videos. I think I'm going to make a video about also dowsing. How dowsing and Christianity are actually like this. Some of you guys were kind of wondering, like, hey, isn't that like some sort of magic stuff? Is it satanic? It's not. Dowsing is not. Has a beautiful history behind it. We're going to talk about Moses. We're going to talk about Solomon. I have some really interesting scriptures that will tell you that dowsing was something that was common back in biblical times, and how we should use it to increase our intuition. So with that, thank you guys for listening, and look forward to connecting with you guys.